Again.
Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to this special session of virtual meeting of the HOC Commission. We are here today to deal with the discussion around an emergency procurement related to a replacement of a fire alarm system at one of our properties, Strathmore Court. Today we have present on this special session virtual meeting. We have other commissioners, Commissioner Jeffrey Merkowitz, who's Vice Chair, Commissioner Robin Solomon, who is our Chair Pro Tem, and Commissioner Fran Kelleher. So we have a quorum present for the meeting. So I think we can go ahead, unless there's some other question, and proceed to the agenda. And I will refer to our President, Chelsea Andrews, for a presentation of this matter.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Commissioners, and thank you for joining in this session. We are advancing a request to procure the company that we need to move forward with a fire alarm system replacement at Strathmore Court Apartments. I am going to turn it over to our Asset Management Division, led by John Wilhoit, to provide this presentation.
Thank you, President Andrews. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is John Wilhoit, Vice President Asset Management for HOC. This presentation is related to Strathmore Court. And this is an emergency procurement request for fire alarm system replacements and audibility upgrade approval. Just in advance of what I'm going to be sharing, just for your information, the existing fire panel was replaced in 2010, so it's 14 years old. And the battery backup / fire panel that we're talking about, those two pieces are a single component. So when we say battery backup and or fire panel, both of those are the same component. They're both attached. They're both the same component, or one component. For the executive summary, Strathmore Court was constructed in 1996. It's in North Bethesda. It's 4 stories. It's a mid-rise multifamily community comprising 3 buildings and 202 units, with current occupancy of 94%. The purpose of this presentation is that because the property requires the immediate replacement of the current fire alarm system, encompassing a head-in replacement backup battery and upgrading all audible equipment to comply with current Montgomery County Fire Code. This request seeks authorization for Bozzuto Management, our property management agent, to execute a contract with J.E. Richards and approval of the capital budget totaling $369,438 for the replacement upgrading of the property's fire alarm system. Due to the current failing condition of the system, this request is being advanced under the emergency provisions of the procurement policy, section 5.6, to expedite ordering, permitting, and installation costs. The head-in fire alarm panel's battery charger is non-functional. To avoid construction delays, Incendia, an engineering firm, recommended a 2-phase approach under one permit. This ensures that the same contractor completes the entire scope and allows for more efficient tracking by Montgomery County Permitting Services. Phase 1 involves the head-in backup battery replacement, and Phase 2 involves completing the audibility levels upgrade in each unit. Bozzuto engaged the engineering firm. Bids were solicited from 3 vendors: HOC Systems.
I'm sorry, John.
Yes, ma'am.
Just taking a look at the screen. Do we need to go to the next slide?
Yes, please. Next slide. Thank you. Bids were solicited from 3 vendors: HOC Systems, VSC, and J.E. Richards, with a cost ranging from $268,060 to $409,820. Based on a review of the procurement procedures followed by Bozzuto Management Company and all supporting documents, HOC Procurement Office supports the award to J.E. Richards as relevant, fair, and reasonable, and in the best interest of HOC. Proposals were sent to 6 firms based on the number of known companies and entities in the DC metropolitan area that meet or exceed the qualifications required to successfully complete the project at Strathmore Court. Next slide, please. J.E. Richards is recommended by Incendia, our engineering firm. Despite their bid being 16% higher than the lowest bid, they offered the most comprehensive proposal, the shortest installation time, and the most number of employees on site to complete the work in a timely fashion. Funding for the project is proposed to come from the property's capital reserve account. The total contract, the total amount in the reserve account exceeds the amount necessary for this, and this project is in the fiscal year 25 capital budget for replacement of the fire panel. And you can see the bids here on this page. Next slide, please. This is an overview of the project scheduling and the number of days to complete the work. Next slide, please. Issues for consideration. Does the commission support staff's recommendation to approve the total capital budget of $369,438 in the selection of J.E. Richards under the emergency provisions of the procurement policy to replace and upgrade the fire alarm system and audibility equipment at Strathmore Court Apartments, and authorize Bozzuto Management Company to negotiate and execute a contract with J.E. Richards for the total contract price of $321,250. I do believe that number is a little bit higher. With contingency, it's $369,438, which is to be funded from the property's replacement reserve account. Oh, and it says here, and plus the contingency amount of $48,188. Thank you for your consideration. Be pleased to answer your questions.
Are there any questions from the commissioners?
No.
It's interesting to note that in your comments, John, that this property was built in 1996 and the last work was done in 2010. Now we are 14 years later. So I guess we can project that in 14 years, we'll need a new fire panel. This is a 14-year lifeline of this kind of installation of this property. So this is just
we pray that the components get longer and stronger, right? But like automobiles, are they really intended to last? And these systems should last 15 years.
Yeah.
If not longer.
Is there no other
I have a couple of questions. So how much actually is in the reserve account?
Just over 1.3 million.
Okay. I was a little confused by the comment in there that there could be a nominal impact on the reserve account if we had to use the 15% contingency. So I wasn't sure if that was implying that it would exceed the reserve account.
Or we budgeted $348,000 in the fiscal year 25 budget for this project.
Right.
But with the contingency, it's a little bit higher.
Yeah. Since I understand. Okay, thank you. Because we didn't select the lowest bid, and it was based in part on the fact that they said they would be able to do it in a quicker time frame. Do we hold them to that? Is there any consequence if they don't meet the projected time frame or the one that they proposed?
I think we can ask our legal counsel to assure that that's part of the negotiation.
I mean, because presumably that's part of the benefit for us. There's a cost savings
Yes.
in getting this done more quickly that counters some of the additional cost that we would be paying.
Yeah.
So I think it would be good if they actually stick to that and we can hold them to it.
Yes, sir. Noted.
Yeah. I think my only other question, again, this is our second property in last, I don't know, 6 months to deal with fire panel issues. Are these issues that can be anticipated more, or like, is this something that would show up during an inspection? Why are we catching this only at the last minute and, when it comes to us on an emergency basis?
Yeah, Westwood Tower, as we know, was came upon us. This seems to have come upon us. Our capital needs assessments that we have are due every 5 years. The majority of the ones that we have completed are 2019 and older. So our portfolio as a whole will be obtaining new property capital needs assessments, and any larger items such as this should be presented within those inspections that are accomplished.
And let me also just add, of course, there are, and we continue to do the required testing of all of our systems that happens on an ongoing basis. And so we work with the fire department as well as our risk team to ensure that we have code compliant testing that happens not just for our fire systems, but our elevators and other systems. We also have a plan in place for capital expenditures that we put in each budget each year. So there was, as we indicated, Strathmore Court had budgeted for this replacement. So there's a comprehensive analysis on preventive repairs that we know we will need, boilers, other systems. But there are times where prior to the timing that we have planned for those repairs, that those systems fail. We have a pretty large portfolio, over 50 properties. So it's not unusual that we would have these circumstances. We call for this to be an emergency because when a system begins to fail, it's not that it's not currently operating, it's that we want to move as swiftly as possible with deploying the resources we need to get it back in functioning order. So.
Yeah, no, definitely don't want to wait until it's completely failed. So I don't have any additional questions.
Are there any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution. What's the number on this resolution? Number 24-53.
So moved.
There's a second?
Second.
It's been probably moved and seconded to approve resolution 24-53. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 Those opposed, nay. So ordered. This motion for approval of resolution 24-53 is in fact approved.
Thank you.
There is no other business to come before the commission at this time. So I want to thank the members of the staff as well as the members of the commissioners who were able to join this call today for this matter. So again, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.